Hey guys, and welcome back to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. Slightly different video today. We're going to be talking about Sheng Long. That's right, Sheng Long. I'm in my mid-40s, and when Street Fighter 2 came out, I was like I was in my early teens. I remember when it came out. Everyone was fascinated by it. All our money was going in arcade machines, whether it was playing the CPU or whether it was playing against other people. Now, all the characters have quotes, and Ryu's win quote was, "You must defeat Sheng Long to stand a chance." When the game first came out, no one really thought much about it. But as this game kind of overtook your life, then it was released for the SNES, you just kept hearing more and more stuff about Sheng Long. It was the only quote that was... It was definitely the quote that was discussed the most. You know, you had like Ken's "Won't attack me if you dare, I will crush you." Chun-Li, "I'm the strongest woman in the world." Guy will go home and be a family man. But Ryu's one, "You must defeat Sheng Long to stand a chance." Now, so what happened over time is around the time in the arcades, this is where it started, and it started for me. And I'm really interested in your stories of Sheng Long and what happened regarding Sheng Long and the stories and the BS that came around. So this article from Den of the Geek really kind of got me thinking. So here's a picture of Mugen over here. I think I've got this one where you've got Sheng Long and I think that's Geese up there. Yeah, Geese Howard. If you look in the right corner, I've actually got a different Mugen, it's supposed to be in the style of a NES, and I played this as Sheng Long. It's actually quite a lot of fun. I've got the video on my channel. The game's a lot of fun just to kind of play and blast, and very kind of easy to do super cancel and combos. So anyway, going back to like the Sheng Long thing. Before we dive into this article a bit, I'll leave a link to this. Definitely read this for yourself. It's a very interesting article. It goes through a few things that happened over the years regarding Sheng Long. Now, the main thing that I remember was when you're playing stuff in the arcade, you know, you had different characters in the arcade. You had these guys and they waffled, and I definitely indulged in a bit of BS myself. But you'd get someone going, "Oh yeah, you know, I was here on Sunday night when no one was here, and this guy came from Japan, and when he came from Japan, he fought Sheng Long, or he done this and he picked Sheng Long." And you used to hear so much BS. Or someone would be like, "Yeah, my uncle went to America, and the guys in America, they knew how to unlock Sheng Long." So this was in the arcade. Then this carried over to the SNES. I still remember getting the action replay. I think in the America, the Game Shark was the more common kind of cheap thing. But over here in the UK, in London, we had a thing called the action replay, and I remember the codes. 7EOC was one player and 7EOE. I'm not reading this off notes. I used it so much, the number's still embedded in my head. So if you wanted like mid-air moves, mid-air special moves, it was 7EOC B200 for one player, and it was 7EOE B200 for two player. So but I still remember like putting in random codes and trying to find Sheng Long. We all believed it, or Sheng Long existed. So there was just lots and lots of talk and just so much waffle in there regarding Sheng Long. Now, let's have a little look at this article. I'm just going to kind of skim through it. But the main thing that got me here was there was an American magazine that only a few shops stocked around here. I did buy a few copies, but I mainly used to go and read it in the shop like a cheapskate. And for an April Fool's trick, they actually printed how to kind of unlock Sheng Long, and they kind of superimposed the graphics in there. I think Mean Machines, a UK magazine, might have done something about this as well, but around about Sheng Long as well. I can't fully remember. So the hype was around, and this caught a lot of people. I don't remember seeing this around the time. I remember hearing about this after. I don't particularly remember reading this article, because I think if I did, it would be stuck in my brain. So there was a lot of talk about Sheng Long. Always people like, "Oh, he's going to be the next iteration of Street Fighter." I saw him, and lots of people used to like BS that. I went around my uncle's house, my uncle knew how to do Sheng Long. There was just so much BS concerning it. But there was a friend of mine, and I waffled him, and I felt really bad for it, because he kind of lost the plot with me. So what happened was, on the Super Nintendo version of Street Fighter 2, The World Warrior, we were talking. We used to play a lot of Street Fighter, and I don't know what made me say this, but I just told him one day that, "Look, Sheng Long, you can unlock Sheng Long, but in order to unlock him, what you need to do is you need to play. I gave him like some crazy scenario. Like, do you remember? I think Street Fighter on the SNES had like 01 to 07. Those were like the levels. So I told him from like level 0 you start, and you have to like, I can't remember if it was like perfect the last 4 bosses, or you had to like not lose a round, and you had to perfect like Dictator, Bison, Vega, whatever you want to call him, but Dictator twice in the final round, and you had to do it. Like, I gave him a crazy scenario, so I just kind of forgot about it. And we didn't have mobile phones then. Everyone kind of exchanged house phone numbers, and when you arranged to meet someone, you called them a day before, a few days before, and you kind of hooked everything up. Then, or you just turned up around each other's houses, especially when you were playing like Street Fighter. So this guy called me. I don't want to name him in case he watches it. I feel kind of bad. Hopefully he's forgotten about it. But he just started cursing me, calling me a effing BS, this, that, and the other. And I was like, what's going on? And he said, I done it. But nothing happened. You're a lying, piece of CBB. Okay, I realized what I had told him. So I told him, once you do these levels and you go through there and you don't lose a round and you perfect Bison at the end, last 2 rounds, then do you remember the Bison stage? Well, you remember this bell? I told him Sheng Long was hiding in this bell, and he like blows up the bell. He comes out, the bell explodes, and he comes out, and you fight him, and then like you unlock level 8, and then after that you can play Sheng Long. Now, I must have been very, very convincing when I told him, because for me it was a joke, but I think I very, very much coloured the story. I made it sound good. I think my friend could actually taste Sheng Long. Like, it was so descriptive, but I forgot about it because it was a load of BS. And my friend just went mad at me because he dedicated, like, I think it might be the entire summer holidays trying to unlock Sheng Long, only to find out that it was BS. But have a look at this article. I think it's a good article. It's a good read. It's got a lot of stuff in there. Even stuff like Street Fighter the movie, where they nearly added like Sheng Long as a playable character in there. There's a lot of history in there. I'm not going to go through the whole article. I will link it. But what I am interested in is your Sheng Long stories. Like, did you have a friend that claimed he saw Sheng Long? Did you see Sheng Long? What about Sheng Long? Like, let me know your thoughts below. I'm really, really interested in, because in London there was a lot of BS. It was like I went to that arcade in a different part of London. Like in school when it's like, oh no, I have a girlfriend, but she goes to another school. Like, it was like, oh no, I saw Sheng Long, but it was in a different arcade. It wasn't Fair Play on Holloway Road, or it wasn't the Pool Cafe on Hornsey Road. It was some far out one in Walthamstow, to an area we never really travelled to when we were young. So yeah, guys, share your thoughts below. Let me know. I'm really, really interested, especially from other countries. Like, what happened in the States? What happened in Mexico? What happened in Spain? What happened in Finland? What happened in China? Wherever. If you've got stories of Sheng Long, share them in the comments below, please. I'm really, really interested in hearing them. But that's really it for the video. I did find this article interesting, so I wanted to kind of share it and share a link to it. So definitely check it out for yourselves. If obviously you're a younger person and you don't know about the whole Sheng Long thing, that article does a decent job of explaining it. But Sheng Long was the longest gang BS who actually surfaced into a character, at least in all the Mugen games anyway. So guys, that's it really for this video. Really hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, then a subscription and a like is super appreciated. I'll see you guys in the next video. Pixel Cherry Ninja out.